Well, hey folks, FatGuyFliesRC. All right, FMS sent me out the Twin 70, the Arctic Camo, the A-10 Thunderbolt 2, version 2, and I'm going to take it up and do the maiden flight. I'm going to take off in my trimming mode, which is no gyro at all. Make sure she's all trimmed out, and then we'll switch to AS3X for wind mitigation. Got a 5000 HRB. I got an 8-channel Spectrum receiver in there with the AS3X Plus on board, nose wheel gyros on board, and I dug out the off camera, so I don't think I did this on camera. I dug out the ESCs, and there's the reverse signal wire. You have to pull them forward, put them on a Y, and I got them on my channel also. I've got reverse thrust enabled. You just simply have to have an open channel, but you'll have to dig the ESCs out in order to activate it. It was just plug it to a channel, assign it to a momentary switch, and you're good to go. And you've got reverse thrust. I don't think this plane's going to need reverse thrust, but it has it, so I want to be able to show it. Okay.
Motor hot and ready to burn you.
Motor hot and ready to burn you. Right, left, down, right, left. All right.
Landing flat.
After the flight, we'll go over all of our rates, AS3X Plus settings, and all that good stuff. Real quick.
Motor is so chill, safe to pick up.
Make sure I've got everything enabled. Okay, we're good to go.
Motor hot and ready to burn you.
All right, I had to do some adjustments real quick I forgot to do. All right. Now, if you notice, the gear is down. There's no door in front of the, right below those warthog teeth. And that's because that door off camera, while I was adjusting, making sure my steering was right, I broke that door. So I've got everything I need to fix it. I just didn't have time to fix it before coming out here. So got the door behind the nose gear, but just not the regular door. Okay, so it's going to have to fly without it. Timer set for 3.5 minutes. High rates. Nose wheel gyro. Actually, I'm going to be in trimming mode right now, so no gyro is going to be on at all, because I want to make sure she's trim. Whew, shake off these nerves. I just remember this is a easy flying plane. Just you got to stay on it like anything else. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Okay, here we go.
Take off flaps. Flaps up. Retract tucked away.
Need some up trim right off the bat. A little bit of up elevator.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Well, it doesn't need anything else though.
AS3X mode.
All right. Yeah, good flying A-10 right there. Just remember, when you give sudden thrust suddenly, a real fast sudden thrust, you'll nose down a little bit on you. So if you're off the ground, be ready for that. All right.
Gear down.
Get some landing passes here. Yeah, see how she ducked down there just a little bit when I gave it some gas?
Landing flaps. Time remaining 2 minutes.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Great flying A-10. All right. Go up there and test some settings again. I know she's trim. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let's. Oh yeah, and I broke the pitot tube off the wingtip. I'm just having all kinds of problems. All right. All right, go back. Take off settings. Take off flaps. Here we go. Now the nose wheel gyro is working.
Flaps up. Retracts tucked away.
All right. Like no elevator needed to maintain inverted.
1 minute.
So that just tells me that my CG is good.
Landing flaps.
All right, I'm gonna do a gear pass real quick.
Flaps up.
And they are down.
Landing flaps. 30 seconds.
A little high, but that's okay. That's 2 landings for the price of 1.
Flaps up.
Also shows you how floaty she can
20
be.
seconds.
All right. Great flying A-10. Great flying A-10. Oh, I feel so much better now. You're always very relieved after the flight's over with, the first one. Now you know how she's going to fly and how she's going to react.
Good land of A-10 now.
Bless you, baby. Alrighty.
Mojo is so chill. Safe to pick up.
Total stick time 9 seconds over on a 3.5 minute timer, so 3 minutes and 39 seconds. When Camera Precious films, we stay down at the end of the runway and do the race because it's hard for her to stand. She shakes whenever we stand and at the bench down there, so we'll just do it right here. I want Camera Precious happy. All right, my flying rates that I just flew in, ailerons 100% with 40% expo. If you'll focus on the control surfaces, please. 100%, 40% expo. Elevator 110% with 40% expo, and it did need a little bit of up elevator trim. Rudder 100% with 50% expo. Now that's the flying rates. The flap systems, I didn't notice any pitch or ballooning with the flaps the way I have them, which I set them up mine the way I wanted them, but I did notice that it took a little bit longer for her to get off the deck into the wind, so I need to bring them takeoff flaps down a little bit. Flaps up are -100 with 0 mix. Takeoff were 50% with a 5% down elevator mix. I'm going to increase that, all right, and see if that doesn't help me get off the deck a little bit further, quicker. And then
Landing flaps.
landing is 0%, of which will make that, well, we'll leave that alone because I liked it. So we'll leave that at 0% with a 12% down elevator. Okay, so the final
Flaps up.
is -100,
Takeoff flaps.
-35,
Landing flaps.
and 0%. With takeoff being a 5% down elevator, which hasn't been tested, that setting, and then landing is a 0% with 12% down elevator, 2-second deployment.
Flaps up.
So I'm okay with a landing flaps. Gotta test them takeoff flaps now. All right, AS3X forward programming. Gains are at one-time gains. The roll 36, pitch 52, yaw 60. And she seemed to be very locked in, so I'm happy with that. Heading, I did anything with. Priority all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Stop lock all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw, and nothing done with the release rate. And the nose wheel gyro has a 50/50 heading. It is not attached to the knob. It's a set 50. 50 window and 50 heading and 50 gain, and it only has 180 priority. So anyways, alrighty, and that's pretty much it. Gotta check the battery. Yep, gotta check the battery. Let me get back to my dashboard here. These moments where I pause and stuff, I'll probably edit that out. Like I said, we're 9 seconds over on a 3.5 minute timer. %46 left. So really, you can set for a 5,000, you could put 4 minutes easy. All right, let me show you my battery. Now be careful when you pick this up. Don't be tempted to pick it up right here in front of the in front of the wing on the fuselage, because these two, whatever these are, these strafes or fences, they're just glued on. The factory glues them on. If you grab them too tight, they'll break off. So ask me how I know that. All right. CG is 80 to 85 back from the leading edge root, which I have glue marks there, and that puts her kind of favoring nose heavy, which is fine at the like 87 point, and which is fine. Let me show you my battery placement so that you have that. Say, well, that's great and dandy. How'd you get that, CG? All right, I've not done the antenna mod. If you look, she's not a real small plane. If you look at the wood tray, you can see how far the 5,000 HRB is in off that wood tray. I've got that front strap down at that first quarter of the battery, and she seems to CG just fine. And then and back in here is that 8-channel Spectrum receiver. And like I say, the only thing missing other than the pitot tube that I broke off is this door here, because I broke I'm like a bull in a china shop sometimes. But great flying A-10 FMS, thank you so much. They sent it to me a couple of weeks ago, and I just have not had the time and the weather to get out and fly it, but I finally got her out. FMS, I'm sorry I'm a little late to the party. Here it is, 23rd December. So if you order it now, you won't get it for Christmas, but you can save some money on it. I think there's sales going until the 29th or 30th of December. If you use my link, and your first time using my link, you can take 10% off your entire order. After that, take $10 off your order with my different codes I have provided. That 10% is a one-time use deal, so take advantage of it. Or the Christmas deal, whichever works out better. Either way, if you use my link, I get a little credit from it, and you get to save some money, so we all win. Well, thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. God is good. Camera precious, thank you for filming. That was the maiden flight of the 70mm twin A-10 Thunderbolt Thunderbolt 2 version 2 from FMS. God bless y'all, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.